Hey everyone, this is Hunter from TEQ Customs. Today we are going to be walking through all of the options that you can choose from when building out a set of our retrofit headlights. This video is going to primarily pertain to H4 vehicles, and that is vehicles that have just a single headlight bulb with both high and low beam function integrated in that one bulb. So we're going to go ahead and start with the shrouds. And the shrouds are what is going to go around your projector, which is the part right here in the middle that provides your actual light output. Now the shrouds are available in black or chrome, and they're all available in those two options. And then optionally, we can also color match the shroud to the paint color of your vehicle. So we have the turbine shrouds, which these are shown in black and chrome right here. We have the Apollo 3 shroud. We have the Apollo 2 shroud, the Apollo 1 shroud, the Panamera 1 shroud, and the Panamera 2 shroud. The primary purpose of the shrouds is to shroud the inside of the projector from view, which leads to a cleaner look on the headlights. So each of these are aesthetics only, but when combined with a rear halo, they do project a certain pattern that is visible from the front of the headlight. So we're going to go ahead and get into the shrouds with rear halos and the different patterns that they can project. These are all options for all of our single projector builds. So you can go ahead and just pick out whichever one you like the best. And again, there is no real difference in, as far as performance goes with any of the shroud options. They're just there for aesthetic. So there are two main types of halos that we offer. Our standard halos are switchback halos, which means they light up white or amber, and the amber can be used as a turn signal. So the name switchback comes from the ability for the halo to go white and then change to amber for the turn signal, and then go back to white when the turn signal is turned off. The second kind of halos is RGB halos. And the RGB halos are Bluetooth color changing, and they also have a startup sequence and a turn signal function built into the halos. So you can do these cool rainbow color changing modes with them, but you can also do a whole bunch of solid colors. And these solid colors are controlled via Bluetooth. So you just go on your phone and then you can set your halos to whatever color you want to at any time, and it will hold that color until you go back and change it again. In addition to the rear halos, which are shown here, you can also do a front halo, which adds a halo to the opening of the shroud. So right here, we have an example of a turbine shroud with a front halo, and they look basically the same across the board, regardless of which shroud you do. It's just an 80 millimeter front halo on these shrouds. And they have the same set of options as the rear halos do, where they're able to be used as switchback halos with the white and amber function. And they're able to be used as color changing with the Bluetooth controlled color changing function. So these will change colors, and they change the exact same colors as the rear halos do, because they tie into the exact same controller, which makes install super easy for when you have multiple color changing halos. Everything plugs into one controller, and then you just connect with your phone to that one controller, and then you have complete control over everything that you want your color changing halos to do. So the next option we're going to discuss is Demon Eyes. And Demon Eyes backlight the actual projector lens itself a certain color, or they will do the same patterns and colors as the RGB halos do. So this would be a good example of a red Demon Eye, but this is actually one of the color changing Demon Eyes. So if you selected just red, it would look just like this. If you selected the RGB, you can then change it to a whole bunch of different colors. but we do have most of these colors in a solid color option. So if you wanted just red, or let's say just amber, you can do just that single color by itself. But also you still can do the RGB option and set it to any color you want to. And these, the Demon Eyes do not change the actual output color of the beam. It is simply just a backlight. So when the projector still turns on, it's still going to be a nice crisp white light. It doesn't matter if the Demon Eye is red, orange, purple, the light is still going to be white when it actually emits from the projector. Next, we're going to go over the two projector options we offer. First is our TEQ Customs by LED projector, and the second option is the Morimoto D2S 5.0 HID projector. The Morimoto D2S HID projector is a very tried and true option. It's been around for quite a long time. It's been updated a couple times, but HID technology in general is just not as efficient as LED technology has progressed to. HID projectors still use a removable bulb that goes in the back of the projector, and then it uses an igniter, a ballast, and then a harness. So while it is easy to replace certain components of the HID system, all of these components utilize so much power that they are somewhat unreliable. So the ease of replacement is a bit of a necessity with an HID system, simply because you will need to eventually replace all of those parts as they get used up. They're very much a consumable item. And then you also have a few more things that you have to do when you install those, a few more connections you have to make. It's still very straightforward and completely plug and play, but there are just a few more components and therefore a couple more points of failure there. Overall, the brightness of an HID projector is not really up to the par of an LED projector, but we offer this option because some do really like the ability to be able to replace the bulbs and the components of the system without necessarily disassembling the headlight. But I'll get into that a little bit more in just a second. LED projector, this is a sealed unit. There's an LED chip built inside it. And as such, it doesn't have a bulb or anything that you can just take out and put a new one in. These LED chips, however, are rated for 50,000 hours, so they are extremely reliable, and we have actually never had a single LED chip die in an LED projector that we've put in a headlight. The LED system is also much simpler. All you're going to have is a LED driver that just plugs into the back of these headlights, and that will plug directly into the headlight harness. So there's less connections. It's a little bit easier to install. You have some less wiring in your engine bay, so it just makes it a little bit cleaner. And these are a more inexpensive option than the D2S while still providing superior light output. And I'll go ahead and put a comparison of the light output between these projectors and the D2S projectors on the screen right now. So you can see the LED projectors are superior in the light output department, which we take very seriously because obviously the better vision you have, the safer you are at night. And then all of these projectors within the housings are adjustable up and down, so you are able to get that nice clean cutoff down the road without blinding oncoming traffic. And that's also something that we take very seriously. This is a much better option than just sticking an LED bulb into your stock reflector housings, because these do have that nice cutoff on them, whereas the LED bulbs just scatter light everywhere and directly at oncoming traffic, and it poses a pretty big safety issue to others on the road. Thank you for watching. We really hope this video was helpful for you. And if you have any questions that weren't answered in this video, please feel free to give us a shout. Our email is teqcustoms@gmail.com, and our phone number is 919-903-4555. We look forward to working with you.